getting right back with another video, a very quick video, I hope. I was thinking today at my desk as I was shuffling through my papers and doing my usual stuff about, sometimes I have these inspiring thoughts, but anyway, it was basically focusing on being yourself. I was thinking how important that is, and that's why I'm dealing with all this chaos, is because, I come off to people as, and I'm not arrogant by any means, okay? I have compassion for people who are deserving of it, okay? And yeah, I'm going to add that, of who are deserving of it, which is most people, when you think about mankind, most people aren't deserving. But there are some moments when I actually do feel, a sense of compassion, and I want to help people. And that doesn't need to be explained, I don't really take people who brag about their contributions seriously. It's almost like, it's kind of like you're trying to make yourself look good, okay? I think there should be a certain sense of humility about those sort of things, But anyway, I think my point is that, the reason why people get angry with one another and they're constantly bickering and comparing and trying to one-up each other is because they're not focused on themselves, okay? When I walk around, I always make, the analogy of having those Clydesdale, shields on my side. I'm very focused, okay? And I do think that the way I was born and how I developed through my years has made me more focused than the average person for several reasons, okay? When you spend a lot of time by yourself, you can fine-tune special gifts, Many people have gifts, but they just don't explore them because we're too busy doing other things with other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're spending a lot of time by yourself, you can develop into your own person, and you can also take notice of the things that you do and excel in them, okay? So, with that said, I'm very focused, okay? I understand certain things and things that I believe are, and it's spewed out in different other various texts, like religious texts, okay? Same like learned lesson, but also I can also add my 2 cents worth in because I experience these things on a daily basis. But basically, when you're focused on yourself, you are goal-oriented, in whatever that is, okay? Because oftentimes we're goal-oriented. We want to do what we want to do. We're so gung-ho about our little passions, whether that be painting, singing, drawing, I don't know, whatever that you like to do. And, you want to be skilled at it, you want to be proficient at it, and you're just learning your little thing, and you're getting excited. And then all of a sudden you notice somebody else is doing something different, and you don't quite understand it because you're so passionate about yours, and for some reason it becomes a tug of war. Like this person's trying to brag about what they're doing, and you don't need that sort of approval from other people. You really don't, okay? And it's a distraction. It's a distraction. That's all it is, okay? It prevents people from doing what they really need to do, okay? And people don't have the right to, how can I say, sometimes we openly walk into these sort of disputes, okay? Like, for example, you do have your hobbies and somebody else has their hobbies, and people get catty, like, especially I see women getting catty all the time, okay? I mean, I know about catty women. And they get competitive about something that's completely opposite of each other, okay? So all of a sudden, now, this girl who might be knitting and crocheting, and this other girl who might be into, I don't know, stamp collecting, they're doing the opposite of what they originally wanted to do because they're trying to one-up somebody. She wants to knit, like, a gazillion sweaters, okay, and before this person does. And then all of a sudden, her goal somehow gets scrapped, and she feels like a complete loser after it's all done because she didn't really satisfy her original goal. Okay, so once you deal with all those dumb bullshit things, those competitive bullshit games that so many people play, and I think it's instinct in some ways, okay, because we want to feel good about ourselves, but sometimes we want to cheat and do something and deviate the path that we're supposed to be on, which is foolish, okay? That people need to be more self-centered, and it's hard, and it's a discipline for many people. Like I said, it comes a little easier for me, but with discipline, practice, it can be accomplished. I also wanted to talk about how we're afraid of, I'm not saying we're afraid, but a lot of people are afraid of being their true, authentic selves, We're told, like, when we're kids, hey, be yourself, just relax. If you pick up a fad or something, like in a new hot item or something, and you get into it for a while, and parents start, well, these my parents question that, are you just wearing that because it's a fad? And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Yes and no. Because it's a current item, and I see it, I see this item, and, you know, it looks good on me, and so there I'm going to wear it, okay? But I remember when I was in high school, I used to go to the thrift store. Now, my parents always bought my clothes brand new, okay? They would never think to buy. My parents were really into, well, we were poor when we were kids, so we're going to give our kids something better, okay? So, but when I was younger, I went to some thrift stores, you know. I was ditching school, you know, and had nothing better to do, right? So I went into this thrift store, and I was just hooked. I mean, like, there's old records, stuff like that, and I like old stuff anyway. So I would, like, roam around and look at stuff, you know, and I started developing my own taste, and I knew that was my taste, okay? Even though I'd been to department stores, and this is my taste. It doesn't matter what everybody else is wearing. I mean, I feel something for it. It does something for me, you know. And if people were more pleasure seekers, which people are naturally we're unnatural pleasure seekers anyway. If people were focused on what brought them pleasure, and only on what brought them pleasure, they would succeed in reaching their goals, and they wouldn't be bitching all the time and trying to tear me apart. You know, I remember, and I don't want to. I don't think it's a good idea to live for other people, to try to please people. Now, there's a certain balance there. I personally tend to gravitate towards people who feel complete within themselves, okay? And then, you know, there's a harmony that naturally flows with people who are confident within each other. It becomes even balanced when you tend to associate with people who constantly drag you down. They got problems. And every time, you know, you're doing something, everything that you do is like a slight to them somehow. Like, for example, you know, I don't know, you buy a new pair of shoes, okay? And all week long, you know, you guys have been wearing tennis shoes and everything. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you decide, oh, you know, I think I'm going to wear a pair of heels or something. And so, like, a girl's sitting there, and then they want to, it's just crazy. It's ridiculous, you know, and I don't get it, you know. I don't get it, okay? And I'm glad I don't get it, because I wouldn't be a mind-controlled slave like the people who participated in this bullshit. You know, basically that's just how it is. And, you know, I remember when I was working at Flourishing Art, there was a lady, she, and this was funny when she said this, okay? And I always think about that moment to myself every once in a while, because I was like, so, it was kind of awesome. But anyway, she said, she was talking to her friend, and she was trying to whisper, but she knew she wanted me to hear it, right? She says, yeah, Maria, you know, she likes herself. Oh, right? Fuck yeah, I'm supposed to like myself, okay? Every time, ever since you were a little kid, your teacher was trying to instill in you, you're supposed to like yourself. Like yourself, like yourself, like yourself. In every cartoon, you know, the overall theme is to take care of yourself. Not that was my, you know, I followed that philosophy hard or anything like that. It makes sense, and it's an analogy, okay? I'm not trying to draw from cartoons. But I'm just saying is you're supposed to like yourself. And the reason why I'm being attacked is because people don't like themselves. So, you know, if a person wants to wear a certain kind of clothes to work, or they have a certain style that they prefer that looks good on them, they have the right to wear that. Yes, they do. They do. Okay, and you do things to enjoy your life. That's what it's about. That's what life is about. It's not about, well, I have to compete and win up. If you bought and did the things that you like to do and focused on what you're doing, okay, you would be far more happier. Period. Yeah, and I think that's really all I wanted to say. I mean, I wanted to have a better dialogue, but I've been standing for a while, and I'm kind of tired, so, but at least I got that off my chest. So I'm going to wrap up this video. Have a wonderful day.